I bet you didn't know that integrity was a character trait that was optional. The only time it really counts is if you think you're going to get caught. At least that seems to be the case at Clear Lake High School down in Clear Creek ISD, south of Houston. So what am I talking about? Integrity. Well, let me give you the definition of integrity. I've got it here on this computer screen. Adherence to moral and ethical principles. And it goes on to say soundness of moral character and honesty. Soundness of moral character, integrity. You have to, it's to adhere to a set of moral and ethical principles. The reason I say adhere to and try to emphasize on that is that all of this presupposes that in the person's brain there is a distinction between right and wrong. If you know that something is wrong and yet you adhere to the moral and ethical principles telling you that it's wrong, that's integrity. If you know that it's wrong and yet you don't adhere to those principles, no integrity. If you don't know it's wrong and you don't adhere to those moral and ethical principles, you still don't have integrity, okay? The one with integrity is the one that either knows or doesn't know, but sees it and realizes that it is against a set of moral principles. So what set this off? Wow. There was a news story a couple of days ago that came out of Clear Creek ISD, which is South Houston, kind of borders across Harris County and Galveston County. Now, I lived in League City for a number of years and know a lot of people that are still there. And so I keep an eye on news stories that come out of that area. And here it was, big and bold. Cheating from the senior class. Well, that caught my eye, so I went and read the story. Well, at Clear Lake High School, there were approximately 600 seniors that were taking the required test for graduation. The test took 2 days to administer to all the students, and somehow someone, even before the first day, got a set of answers and apparently made it available to everybody in the class. The administration suspected, after the first day's testing and looking through the test, suspected that somebody had cheated and gotten the answers, because there were tons, just exactly the same wrong questions, wrong, right questions, right. So what did they do? The second day, they changed the order of most of the questions. And guess what? It was still 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 4, 3, 1, 2, whatever it was. Straight down the line from the day before, which means even more people were wrong, but did confirm that there was people with the answers. Now here's the scary part. Here's the part that disturbs me and brought up this whole conversation about integrity and adhering to a set of moral principles. 600 students in this high school class, and they don't have the final numbers yet, but they suspect, the administrators of the school suspect, that as many as 200 students cheated. 200, a third, 33 and a third %. Now, first of all, let's say congratulations to the 2/3, to the 66%. I admire you greatly, because talking to some of the students, the news media determined that those answers were probably available to everybody. And so 400 of the students chose not to do that and just took the test. But 200 people without integrity that have obviously no moral guidance or principles thought it was okay, thought there was nothing wrong with cheating on this test. Pass or fail, I don't know. We don't know what grade point averages these seniors were carrying into this test. We don't know any of those things at this time, but what we do know is that 33.33%, up to 200 students thought it was okay to cheat because they thought they could get by with it. Now it looks like they may have been caught. They're probably going to be able to determine who did not have integrity, and it's going to be pretty rough. Are they going to end up in prison? No, but it's going to be pretty rough on them. Might even cost them the ability to walk the stage here in a few months. So why do I bring this up, and what's so important about this school with 200 students cheating? Schools are microcosms of what we are in America. So if we extrapolate that to the business people in America and determine that a third of them have no integrity in how they do business or how they deal with customers, that's kind of a scary thought. A third of the people in the world, in this United States, could be the world, operate without any moral guidance, without any integrity, and think it's all right, as long as they don't get caught. We know some of these. Gosh, look at the classic example in Houston, Texas, Enron. There were a whole lot of people, higher ups in that organization, that had no integrity. They thought as long as they got by with it, it was okay. It was not wrong. Cheating is fine, unless you get caught. Well, I want you to think about that tomorrow as you go to work, as you deal with customers, as you deal with coworkers. See, integrity doesn't have to be just toward coworkers. It can even be towards your employer. What's integrity? Knowing what you need to do and doing it. What's not having integrity? Knowing what to do and not doing it. Goofing off, surfing the web, I don't know. You know. Well, as always, let's be careful out there.